This is another way to repair a fence. You can tell this is an old fence, and I've added some scrap metal. That bottom rail there is rotted out. Now the post is gone. These are the tools that I used to bust out the old concrete. You'll notice that I only did half, so I didn't go too far back in there. And the ever-present sprinkler lines, if you've seen my other video, there they are. And so I knew they were there, and I was very careful not to bust those this time. And the post itself is rotted off. Pretty standard right there at this water line. So what I'm going to do is drop a metal pole in there, and I painted it for protection purposes. I'm going to put another coat of paint on it after I set it, but it's just a chain link fence post, and this is one that somebody gave me, and I painted it, and the holes that I've got drilled in there is for the fasteners that I'm going to use when I'm done. I'm just gonna, because the rest of this post is great. It's treated and it's in fine condition. I'm going to tighten up some of these nails and so forth when I'm done, but I'm going to set the post in here, pack it with concrete, and then, you know, make a nice chamfer above here. And so to keep the sprinkler lines out of trouble, you don't have to go to this extent, I suppose, but I'm going to put this piece of cardboard, and I covered it with foam just so, and it's like an expansion joint sort of thing. So what's going to happen is when I set the concrete, it's not going to encroach into the sprinkler lines, and so that's going to be a very helpful thing. So I just, you know, stapled this little piece of 1x4 here. So I'm going to have that set by itself, and then obviously once I set this post, I'm going to plumb it in both directions, and then once it's set, I'll come back and finish this video. Just want to show you one more thing. This cap is a little 7-ounce soft drink cap, and you can see that it fits over the top here. It looks kind of corny. I'm going to paint it, but if you use an actual chain link fencing cap, it has a little lip that sticks out, like right in here, and so when you pull it to the plumb position, it prevents it from doing that. What this cap does is it gives you a nice cap to keep the rain out, and the paint will protect this, but it will be able to come right snug against the pipe, and that's what I'm looking for here. But the actual galvanized chain link pipe caps, you can see they have that little bell sort of rim around the bottom of them, and it keeps that post from coming right up against the pipe the way I want it to. I also wanted to show you, this is my work mat. It's an old rug with a pillow in it, and I've just wrapped the rug around the pillow and secured it with zip ties. It's really durable. I don't care if it gets wet or anything like that. It's really lasted a long time. It's very comfortable to kneel on and sit on. When you're fixing things, you have to sit on the ground or someplace hard like that. These are the fasteners that I'll be using. I just have some little washers by the head of the screw, and these big washers are just left over for some project, and so I'm going to use those. This is what it looks like when it's done. I had some smaller washers here. It would look better, but it's doing the job. And just to let you know that if the post below the break, the subterranean part of the post that was in concrete, if that were rotted out, I would have removed that. So if you're doing this in the area below the ground line is rotted out, get that out of there. And when you plumb your post up, you know, make sure that you get some concrete behind that, so that new concrete butts up against the outline of the post on the other side of the fence here. So that's kind of it. And I've done this to several. It's not the prettiest thing, but it's easier than replacing the post and does the job for this old fence.